welcome back to the Sinking City. Last time we were trying to finish off our field research. We got sidetracked, though, with the, what was it, the open house case? Yeah, the one where we had to go put the incense down. So yeah, we have one more location to get to. And then, like, I mean, I'm not necessarily too concerned about the rest of the side quests because they don't have costumes, but let's go, where are we going? Oh, literally right there. Okay, so we got a big boy in this one. At least one, so... Yeah, let's go! Hopefully it was just the one. Neophyte! The fecund mother blesses you. Your servitude has been noticed. You will have the chance to join the inner circle and see our mother with thine own eyes. Our brothers carry the bodies of her abandoned children. Prove yourself worthy, prepare a place where they can be hidden and forgotten forever. In return, the fecund mother will embrace you and grant you her generous gifts. The fecund mother devours the weak flesh. The fecund mother gives new life to those consumed, a new birth in many forms. The fecund mother has many children and her family grows. The fecund mother is kind, for anyone may be her child. But bad children are purged and left outside in the cold light. Keep the secrets of your mother and she will grant you eternity.
This putrid slime is everywhere. This putrid slime is everywhere. I'll take a sample for Dr. Grant to examine. The slime stinks even worse than the bodies.
Ah, hello, Restock. Okay, I feel like we've done a good job clearing out down there. Ooh, hello. We'll leave one space in case we find one. Or, you know what? We just got a bunch of freebies, so it doesn't even matter. Alright, let's go. We got some freebies on the shotgun, too. Can we get anything from this? Oh, and we literally can't make anything else, so... We are 100% topped up. Okay, some gunpowder. Okay, so I guess anything else that we're going to find is going to be in the basement. Because there's literally nothing up here. Oh.
Those bags stink worse than a barrel of rotten fish. Or Fisk. Whatever. The slime stinks even worse than the bodies.
The same comment I had, my man. The same comment. Fisk. Or, you know, fish.
Quick. Bring them in before the neighbors see us. Are those the last ones? I did everything you asked, yeah? So when will my initiation begin?
Okay.
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Quick.
Okay, one.
Bring them in before the neighbors see.
Two.
I did everything you asked, yeah? So when will my initiation begin?
3.
Members of a cult were disposing of bodies in the basement of the shop. The corpses merged together to form a huge monstrosity.
Alright, we done here? Yes, sir. Okay, so we can head back to the dock. How are we doing on our reloads? Everything's reloaded? Shotguns. Not, but we can do that now. How about everything else? Yep, we're all loaded up. Okay. Back to the hospital. We can get rid of this. Now, I am seriously considering when we get it, switching back, or switching into the Plague Doctor costume.
I visited that old shop you mentioned and found a few things you may be interested in.
Just a
Took
few.
Sample for studying.
What did you discover? I was sure a huge creature could not have wandered inside unnoticed.
The cult of the Fecund Mother was dumping corpses of their victims in the shop's basement.
Professor Westerbrook's research does suggest the Acheronians are attracted to dead bodies.
No, this one formed from the corpses themselves. There was a putrid slime on everything. Maybe that's the cause of this unnatural rebirth.
You said you took a sample of it. Well, I can conduct some experiments on rats. If your theory holds true, what a marvelous discovery.
I paid a visit to that awful restaurant. I'd call it a den of evil, but that would be an understatement.
Good
Just a bit.
grief. What happened?
The cook was mad, a cannibal, and fed those jumping monstrosities on human flesh. He called them patrons.
That restaurant was a destination for Oakmont's elite, many of whom disappeared shortly after the flood. I think we now know why.
Are you suggesting that it was cannibalism that caused such a horrific transformation?
These days, alas, cannibalism is not so rare.
It might
Could
be.
it
I mean,
be
that's one of the
that all
contributing factors to the
Cosidians,
Wendigo.
as Westerbrook
So,
calls them, were once men?
We've discovered a lot of disturbing information about the wild beasts. What are you gonna do with it?
Well, I've already contacted the university. We'll cooperate to further study these phenomena.
The public deserve to know. It would help them to protect themselves and others.
It would cause mass hysteria. Doesn't the city have enough problems already? I must insist you keep all this confidential.
I thought you wanted help.
And I will, but we must prepare our advice carefully, with scientific rigor. We cannot rush this, my friend.
Bye.
All right. Wow. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's see what they got here. I'm not going to read the top part. I'm going to start where after the names. Locals brought me several kinds of creatures saying they just appeared in their homes. Their exemplars have multiple limbs, or the exemplars have multiple limbs with human-like palms. Oh, that's creepy. They are resistant to poisons and acids. Only one breed, the Stygian Harvester, is aggressive. It has a claw-like stinger that can cause grievous wounds. The rarest breed of Stygians is the Smoker. It emits huge amounts of fumes, then lurks among them. But I'm fascinated by Stygian Weaver. Somehow it can restore the tissue of other wild beasts. Interesting. Okay, so now we have Lethians. The Lethians forms resemble humans. After numerous autopsies, I can state with confidence that there are multiple pathogens which cause these mutations in human victims. Their bulb-like colonies act like additional hearts, ensuring the flow of lymphatic fluids filled with bacteria, or lymphatic liquids filled with bacteria. The fluid is gathered in the former human stomach and may then be expelled by the Lethians with an immense force. The less studied immortals have rapid regeneration, and I have received reports about wraiths that disappeared. Yeah, so there's 3 different types of them. I'm gonna assume that these are Cosidians? I don't even know. That's why I'm gonna go with it. The Cosidians also share common traits with humans. The most fascinating phenomenon is their digestive tract. The part which resembles the head is in fact their maw, with extremely strong jaws. The brain-like organ and hearts are located beneath the body part I have labeled the stomach sac. This sac is the core of their digestive tract and consists of several stomachs that can greatly enlarge at will. During dissection, I found human bones within them. The older specimens can even throw off the bone-filled stomachs and regenerate new ones. Interesting. I don't remember how the guy said this one. Is it Acheronians or Asheronians? We'll go with Acheronians because it sounds like macaroni. The biggest and most dangerous of the new post-flood arrivals are the Acheronians. They can swallow a whole human body and are extremely resilient, but most importantly, their tissues respond to reanimation no matter how long they were dead. This marvelous creature can be revived by applying the proper discharges to the main neural cord located on its neck. I have hypothesized that if we were able to extract this substance from its glands, perhaps we would hold the key to curing death itself. Just don't play with it, man. Just don't play with it. Okay, well, let's go back to...
Be safe. We don't have any free beds left.
Let's go zip back over to the Devil's Reef really quick. Just to see and or confirm that we got all the costumes. Wrong way, man. Oh, there it is. Okay. Go have a look-see. Wow, it's dark in here. Yeah, there we go. All the costumes. So that one's standard, and, which is hilarious because the only difference between the two is you just don't have a backpack anymore. Even though the coat's different. The coat's different, the upper body size is different. That's awesome. We're going to swap to that. I don't know why, but it kind of reminds me of Bloodborne. There's our Master Sleuth. We got that one for the assigned reading case. Our Cultist. That was the open house one. I mean, the Cultist is fun, but the tentacles on the hat are kind of strange. They do weird things. I'm liking the Plague Doctor. Do we need to heal? Okay, let's get full health. We'll grab this health kit. Okay, so now, I don't feel compelled to go do these at all. I mean, these ones might not be too bad because, like, you just have to find the cylinders, but, well, and I guess same with these. You just have to find the cylinders, but, like, where's this one? Pearl Lane. Oh, I already have it marked off. Yeah, there's no, like, there's literally no reason for us to do it other than for, like, exposition stuff, for, like, lore, because we have our skill tree fully unlocked, which means experience is completely irrelevant, and there's no more costumes to unlock, and we have a full inventory, so why would we mess with it? So, we want to go here. This green is so cool. I guess the city's like permanently night now. I don't know, whatever the case, I love it. I would totally live here. Okay, let's go see what kind of trouble we can get into in here. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Okay, let's get our sanity back. I wasn't expecting a big boy in there. I guess we could start calling them macaroni boys. Nah, I'll stick with big boy. What? What? Where'd he go? Excuse me? What? I don't get it. Is it in the basement? Get wrecked, idiot. I am so confused right now. Oh, it's up there. What? What is even happening right now? I'm assuming there was a dive platform that was supposed to be behind that space that they just didn't program in for whatever reason. Okay, let's get our sanity back first. Oh boy. I'm still trying to figure out where that giant enemy went to when we were in the church there. Whoa, buddy! Okay, just run for it. Just run for it. Go, go, go! We're just gonna go for it. Don't even care. Follow the pillars. We'll keep our jerk in the box going. Because that's essentially what our health regeneration is. It's a jack in the box. Oh, those are big. Okay, go, 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 go. Go, hurry up, man, hurry up. Hurry, hurry, your sanity's gonna run out. I guess it doesn't matter. Take a hike. Take a hike. Hey, is this the boat we started the game on, or is this different? No, this is different. Where even are we? Monoliths touched by the daughter. There's a possibility that the daughter can spread her influence through the monoliths. Oh, there was another thing in there. The daughter's influence will be the strongest inside Spoopy Scary Spaghetti Monster Land. Whatever transformation awaits may be worse than death. The daughter's influence will be the strongest inside Spoopy Scary Spaghetti Monster Land. With her help, I could gain power beyond belief. Does this change anything? It does. There's no sense in sacrificing my life. One way or another, someone will end the cycle, and the hidden daughter will be free. By entering the gates, at least I have a chance to survive. Maybe I'll even become something greater than human. Okay, so is there no other options? No, we can't climb the ladder. Whee! What? What?
It's a shame you'll die here, Reed. This city has far worse men than...
Yeah, a lot of people want to leave Oakmont, kid. Few ever see.
I want none of this to be real. To wake up in my bed in Boston, eat real food, drink good coffee, and forget it all.
Okay, let's get some sanity back here. Okay, we're almost there, almost there. Close enough.
Let me be frank. You ain't welcome. You slip up, don't cross a T or dot an I.
Please help me die.
Oh, dang.
I can't. I just can't.
People just
No
went
mercy,
nuts.
boys. He's been asking for this.
There is nothing more vile than futility. Watching this happen again and again and doing nothing. We are the agents of change, Mr. Reed.
Okay, let's get some sanity back. Let's do it. We loaded up on everything? Yes, it looks like it. You know. There we go. That's better.
Please hurry, Reed. We can still save the city. You can't end the suffering. The cycle will go on.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
We're doomed to rot in this borg.
There is a cycle. This has all happened before. She wants to be free, but she must not be, or else it all ends.
You know what? I don't really want to stand around waiting for this.
Destiny waits for no man, Charles. Decide now whether this ends in salvation or blood.
What's over here?
Enough is enough. I'm leaving this damn city and its madness behind. I will not choose. I'll break the cycle and free all of us trapped in Oakmont. I will not choose. Enough is enough. I'm leaving this damn city and its madness behind.
Okay, so is this like a pick your own ending? Is there another one over here?
I have made my choice. I willingly sacrifice myself like every seed before me. What is one life worth against all of humankind? Let the cycle restart. I have made my choice. Let the cycle restart. I choose annihilation. The end of all cycles. Let everything die.
Oh, that's grim.
I accept my fate. Unlike the cowards who came before me.
So,
My hidden daughter,
in a nutshell,
I am coming.
you can...
I choose annihilation.
We
I
can
accept
just
my fate.
leave Oakmont and
Unlike
leave
the
them to their own
cowards who came
devices, and
before
they're
me.
basically screwed.
My hidden
or-
daughter, I am
Sacrifice yourself and restart this same cycle, or sacrifice yourself and destroy everything. Restarting the cycle is sewer slide. Yes. The previous seed died and the cycle kept repeating. The seed sacrifice must be the only way to restart it. Oh, whoops. It seems like the seal could be used to release Spooky Scary Spaghetti Monsterland's hold on the city, allowing people to leave. So, that gives us options. If I enter the gates, I'll free the dreamer's hidden daughter. If I survive that, what's left of me won't even be human. The only way to prevent mankind's destruction is to restart the cycle by my sewer slide. Take the seal and escape. If I enter the gates, mankind will be destroyed. If I commit a sewer slide, the cycle will just restart, delaying the inevitable. My only choice is to break the cycle. Maybe I can use Spooky Scary Spaghetti Monsterland's control panel to open the city borders and escape with the seal. I wonder which ending is canon. And why is there no fourth option? Hopefully we can come back here and see the other endings fairly easily, but let's go with the most horrible ending that I can think of. Please be a final boss. Please be a final boss. Oh boy, that's not good. Like a giant Marlboro. Well, you know, if they're gonna release a second part to this game, I don't think that's canon. Yeah, I mean, I saw a thing, they're talking about the release of Sinking City 2. So, I somehow doubt that the end of everything is canon. Not if there's a second game, not unless it takes place in Spooky Scary Spaghetti Monsterland. What an interesting game. I feel like they were trying to do a lot, and like I had a fun time playing it, but man, was it janky. Like the way the enemies spawn in and how they just disappear. There was that big boy enemy in the church before we went down there that just, it left, said, "Nah, I'm out." And we could hear it running around, but where was it? Who knows? The fact that NPCs just run around and, like, if you have a gun visible, they'll come and just start shooting you or, like, attacking you for whatever reason. The way the enemies camp the doors, the extreme limitations on your inventory, like only being able to have a set amount of, like, 25 or whatever it is, craftable craft materials. And then limiting, like, I understand limiting you on how many items of each type you can carry. like having access to 4 grenades, 4 fire bombs, that kind of thing. It makes sense. Because, like, where do you put it? But limiting how many rags you can carry. If like the main costume of the character has like a backpack, why couldn't you carry like 100 rags in there? That whole last sequence was kind of weird and extremely underwhelming. You just go in, there's no boss. There's only really like one boss in the game. If you think about it, there's only really the one boss, and it's that fecund mother thing. That it's that big pit in the middle of the room that throws balls at you, and you have to throw them in because they're like grenades. That's like the only boss in the game. The other boss thing that we fought was that giant spider leg thing that we fought in an infested area that we blew up the barrels on, but that was optional, like entirely optional. Those big boy enemies, those aren't bosses. You take them out with 2 grenades and like a rifle shot. And to have just the whole ending sequence of the game be like, you go to the bottom of the church, look at the wall, and it just cuts you into a diving sequence was strange. It felt rushed. Like, I feel like they didn't know how to bridge the gap. And there's probably like a million different ways that they could have made that a little, like, flow a little bit better. And then just to have the whole idea being like, you go through a diving sequence where you get to like this temple, there's literally nothing in it outside of like just flashbacks. And then you just pick a pedestal and that's it. Let's see if we can go back and look at the other endings. Really?
Destiny waits for no man, Charles. Decide now whether this ends in salvation or blood.
Okay, let's see what happens when you just leave. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm talking about the shortcomings of the game. Overall, like, it's fun. The visuals are awesome. I mean, it's based on Lovecraft, so I'm a sucker for that kind of thing. You get the cool outfits like the Plague Doctor costume that you can't really see at the moment. The side quests were cool. I didn't even realize that 6 of those side quests are DLC. We didn't finish them. I wish they would have fleshed out their skill system a little bit more, because this is, like, it feels like a lot at the beginning, but when you get here, we didn't even finish all of the side quests. And, like, we still have... There's those 4 side quests that we barely even touched. And we were able to max out our skill tree and still gain experience. So I feel like they could have done a little bit more with the skills. Like, they could have gave secondary upgrades for like how your ammo capacity and stuff like that. It would have been really nice to have like a second tree to carry more ammo for your, and more healing items. That would have been really nice. What else? I don't know. It felt like if the only incentive for, like, the only real incentive for the side quests is the experience and the costumes. And for a lot of these skills, if I didn't have the knowledge points, I wouldn't have got them. So, like, if the main draw or the main incentive to do the side quests is to get experience, to get knowledge points, to get the skills, some of these skills are just like kind of meh. Like those 2 with the traps. I think I used traps like what, twice? So I wouldn't have got those. I had to get that one in order to get the range and damage increase on the grenades. This stuff for the submachine gun, I wouldn't have got those. I probably wouldn't have got the chance for the 10% chance for a 2 times damage on the revolver. The man-eating eels dealing half damage, I wouldn't have touched that. Same with the fall damage, it doesn't really play a role. And like some of this stuff, doubling the quest rewards, I mean, it's nice, but ultimately, I don't think you need it. So there's like 2, 4, at a minimum, there's 8 knowledge points I wouldn't have used. And if that's the case, you probably don't even need to do any of the side quests. You probably could have just got all the experience you need. So hopefully they do that a little bit differently in the second game, and like they flesh that out a little bit more and polish it a bit more. Same with the cutscenes. Like I feel like I mean, we don't have the Plague Doctor costume because they're pre-rendered, but it would be nice to see the cutscenes rendered in game. Oh, Boston a few years later. I'm assuming this is probably the canon ending. This will be where the second game picks up. I don't know. We'll have to check out the third ending. Okay, we're going to skip the credits on. You can't skip the credits? Okay, well, the credits weren't long anyway, but... So if they can polish this up in the second game, that would be awesome. Because I think that's the biggest thing that holds this back, is the lack of refinement. Overall, like, the combat's fun. I wish they would have had a little bit more variety in the enemies, because really, if you think about it, there's 4 enemies in the game, plus 2 bosses. I mean, yeah, there's... I'm not going to call them palette swaps, I'm just going to say mutations of the same enemy. They're literally the same thing, they just do slightly different things. And it's particularly evident with the big boy enemies. There's a version that explodes, and there's a version that doesn't. At least with, like, the Lethian enemies, they're distinct. Like, there's the normal ones, there's, the other ones that I think they regenerate, and then there's the other ones that just disappear. And the Stygian things, there's the version of those that's blue that just runs around spewing out that blue fog. And then there's the other Stygian that heals the other ones. So there's variety within the individual groups, but I mean, really, really, really limited scope of enemies. I mean, you can, if you count the NPCs, then yes, like there's the human enemies that come at you, but I mean, they're all the same. It's just if they have a weapon or not. Oh, we can skip it. Cool. Okay, let's get ending 3. But yeah, it'll be nice in the second game if they expand the
Destiny waits for no man, Charles.
Amount
Decide
of enemies,
now
like
whether
just
this
to
means
give it a little more
salvation.
variety.
Blood.
And the other thing that I find, like, I mean, yeah, I know we took out Vanderberg, but so that other scene being pre-rendered doesn't make sense because we took Vanderberg out. Let's see if this is canon. What? Oh, there goes your hat. Aw, come on. Be a man, fall face first. So in this instance, Vanderberg being there makes sense. Because the cycle restarted, but I feel like all of those endings are extremely underwhelming. Wow. What a disappointing way to end the game. Holy crap, man. So I'm gonna say the second ending that we picked, the one where we leave Oakmont and end up in a bar a couple years later, I'm gonna say that's the canon ending. I feel like they could have done so much more with those endings. Because, like, there's no... I don't want to say closure, but there's no, like, resolution to anything. It's just like, it's kind of like when you're doing, when you're doing a construction project, you have, like, a decision matrix. And you'll have different options for, like, I don't know, say you're doing a rehab on a bridge. You'll have different options. So you can have option 1, do nothing. Option 2, rehabilitate the structure on the existing alignment. And then you can have option 3, replace the structure on an existing alignment. Then option 4, rehabilitate the existing structure with the construction staging done on a detour on a new alignment, or remove the existing bridge and construct a new bridge on a new alignment. So you can put together like a 5-option tree. And I feel like they were sitting there and like, okay, so how can this end? Let's go through a decision matrix. Decision 1, do nothing, where the character just leaves, walks away from it, takes the seal and goes home. It's just the angry kid being like, I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. Option 2, end the universe. So just go in there, end all the cycles, be done with it. And then option 3, restart the cycle. Okay, make a quick scene and we'll decide, we like all 3 scenes. Okay, well, let's just give them pedestals and the player can pick a pedestal and they'll get the scene and that's it. They could have fleshed those out so much more and gave, like, at least, like, the I'm taking my ball and going home ending, at least hints at, like a sequel. But even then, they could have done so much more with that ending. They could have thrown in a final boss where, like, you have to face off against the fecund mother again or something like that to get to the pedestal or whatever. At least put some enemies along the way, because that whole dungeon, it was just like going through the last diving sequence was the most threatening part of it, and that was just because you had tentacles come up from the seafloor. Other than that, great game. Like, it was fun running around, getting all the lore bits, connecting the dots on certain things, seeing all the Lovecraft references. Spooky atmosphere, especially the end there. Man, did they nail that atmosphere in the city at the end, where it's like it's nighttime, you see like the eclipse with like the green moon, which, let me see here, I think the green moon, yes, I have H.P. Lovecraft books sitting on my desk. I want to say the green moon is a direct reference it in here? I feel like it was in this story. Yeah, in the story, Nyarlathotep, there's a section where I literally just saw it. Where is it? I lingered behind, for the black rift in the green litten snow was frightful. So they're taking their inspiration directly, like even in their atmospheres, they're incorporating like things that Lovecraft has described, and having like that green fog from the green moonlight just kind of emanating from the city streets. Oh, it's such a cool atmosphere. Yeah, so I mean, based on what they did with this, if they have bigger budget, more time, more insight from like lessons learned from this game, then I would have high hopes for the second game, and hopefully it turns out really good. But we will call it a playthrough here. We got all the endings, got all the costumes. We didn't finish all the side quests, but I don't really care because there's no incentive to do it. It's just a resource dump, really. But we'll call it a wrap up here. If you haven't played this, or if watching this looked interesting, definitely pick it up. It's fun. But yeah, we'll call it here, and we will be on to the next game. So if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, and if you want to see more videos like these, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and until next time, thanks for watching.